We now move on to the next chapter, that is chapter number 7 of mathematics in standard 9th, that is maths. Standard 9th is quadratic equations. So these are a kind of equations, and so this is quadratic equation. Now, a quadratic equation is an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Means it is a kind of a polynomial having degree of polynomial as 2. So degree of polynomial over here is 2. And it is such that it will be a trinomial. So it will be a trinomial. A trinomial with a degree 2. So having ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So here the number of variables will be just 1. A quadratic equation has got only one variable, that is x or any other variable, but there would not be two variables in the case of simultaneous equation. Here the number of variables will be only 1, and because the number of variables is only 1, so you are going to have only one equation. See, simultaneous we had got two variables, hence two equations were formed. Here only one variable is there, hence we are going to have only one equation. So this kind of equation will be one which is having the degree 2 and a trinomial having only one variable in it. So that's the main, we can say, the nature of a quadratic equation. Now the quadratic equation, the solving of the quadratic equation, what is there in your 9th standard, is only by one method, and that is factorization. So we are going to use the factorization method to solve these kinds of equations. If you remember in the case of factorization, whenever there were three terms, we used to split the middle term into two parts and then solve it. So same thing we are having over here. So we are going to use such a kind of a thing that we are going to split the two parts and give you the answer. So here, for example, the question is x square minus 2x minus 15 is equals to 0. So we are going to see over here that the middle term is minus 2x. So the middle term minus 2x is also going to be the sum. So the sum of the two numbers which we are going to see, the 2x minus 2x is going to split into two parts whose sum will be equal to minus 2x. So sum is minus 2x, and the product of the two numbers, the product of the two numbers which are going to be the parts of this thing will be equal to the product of the first and the last term. So that will be minus 15x square. So I need two such numbers whose sum or difference is minus 2x and the product is 15x square, minus 15x square. So you can see 15. So what I am going to do is 15 I am going to factorize. So when I factorize, it will be either 1 and 15 or 3 and 5. So you can see 3 and 5. Yes, 3 and 5, the difference is 2. So if I take the numbers, so the numbers could be, if I take minus 5x and plus 3x, the addition of the two will be minus 5x plus 3x will be minus 2x, and minus 5x into 3x will give me minus 15x square, minus 15x square. So that's why the numbers are minus 5x and 3x. So accordingly, this particular equation can be written in the form x square. Now instead of minus 2x, I can write it as minus 5x plus 3x minus 15 is equals to 0. So you can see minus 5x and 3x is equals to minus 2x. So I am not changing any value of the equation. The values of the equation are not changed. We are just using some different numbers instead of the given number so that we are able to split them into two parts. So here, now what is common between these two? X. So it is x. What is remaining between these two is x minus 5. Over here will be plus 3, which is common, and remaining will be x minus 5, because 3x divided by 3 will be x and 15 divided by 3 will be minus 5. Now you can see this bracket and this bracket is same, so that can be taken out common. So it is x minus 5 and x plus 3 is equals to 0. Now we can see that if the multiplication of two numbers is 0, what do you infer? We can easily know that one of the two are 0. Means either this is 0 or this is 0, because only if something multiplied by 0 is 0. So when you are given that the resultant of this is 0, uska matlab hai x minus 5 could be 0 or x plus 3 could be 0. Hence the value of x could be 5 over here, or it could be x is equal to minus 3 over here. So you get the solution set as 5 and minus 3. So you can see that if I put the value of x as 5 over here, still the answer will be 0. And if I put the value as minus 3 over here, still the answer will be 0. We can check this thing. This is 5 as a 25 and it is minus 10. Minus 10 minus 15 minus 25 plus 25 is 0. Clear? So 5 is okay. Minus 3. Minus 3 into minus 3 is 9. So plus 9. Minus 2 into minus 9 is minus 6. So plus 6. Plus 6 plus 9 is plus 15. Plus 15 minus 15 is 0. So you can see that in a quadratic equation, you will always get two answers, and those two answers will be the solution to your quadratic equation. So the most important thing over here is that whatever quadratic equation is there, you are first of all going to make them in this particular format of ax square, then x, and then c. So it is ax square plus bx plus c. You have to have it in that format. You cannot take this over here and split 15 into two parts. No. You'll always go in the descending order of the degree. X square ke baad x and uske baad nothing. X is to 0. And the middle term is going to be split into two parts such that the sum of the two terms will be the middle term and the product of the two terms will be equal to the product of the first and the last term. Understood? So this is how you are going to solve a quadratic equation. It's a very, very simple exercise, simple sums. So nothing to worry at all. It's absolutely simple. With practice, only thing is that the finding out the different terms over here, the finding out the factors over here is the thing which is sometimes difficult, or sometimes it is like confusing. So that you have to take care. Now, one more important thing. The moment the product has got a negative sign, it tells me that one of them is negative and other is positive, and hence I am going to get the sum as by subtraction. Because if this and this both would be positive or both would be negative, then minus into minus is plus and plus into plus is also plus. So then I cannot get a negative product. So if I want a negative product, that means one is a bigger number, other is a smaller number, and the difference is the middle term. If the product is positive, that means both the numbers what we are going to have will be of the same sign, hence they will be added together. So it would be this plus this giving me the middle term. Like for example, if this would have been plus 15 square, then the middle term would have been 8x and not minus 2x. It will be 5 plus 3. As we do the sums, we will come to know much more better from this thing. So we start with the exercise 7. So that's exercise 7. We'll do the first sum of all the parts. So they got first and one ka 1 and one ka 2. So we'll go that way. So first ka first. Question is x square minus 11x plus 30 is equals to 0. The initial sums, we will write what is the sum and the product so that it's easier to understand. From the later part, maybe after 5 sums, we will stop writing that. So here we know that the sum is equals to minus 11x and the product is equals to 30x square. So here 30, if I take the 30 splitting, so 30 can be divided as 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, and then it could be 5 and 6. So 5 and 6 is 11. Yeah, anywhere else I am not getting 11, but this 2 is giving me 11. So therefore the numbers will be 5x and 6x. But I want a negative 11, so it will be minus 5x minus 6x. Product of the two will give me plus 30x. So that will be x square minus 5x minus 6x plus 30 is equals to 0. X common, x minus 5 minus 6, x minus 5 is equals to 0. X minus 5, x minus 6 is equals to 0. Therefore, x minus 5 is equals to 0 or x minus 6 is equal to 0. So, x is equals to 5 or x is equals to 6. That's the resultant answer. Clear? Very easy. We move on to the second sum. Second ka first. It is 2x square minus 5x is equals to 0. You can see that you do not have a third term over here. So don't bother about it. Better to take out the common directly from here. So let's start. There is no splitting required. Directly take the x over here. So if you take x common, there will be 2x over the remaining here and minus 5 coming here is equals to 0. That means either the x is equals to 0 or 2x minus 5 is equals to 0. So one answer is already known to us. Other answer will be 2x is equals to 5 or x is equals to 5 upon 2. Therefore x is equals to, we can say 0 or 5 upon 2. Okay. So the values of x will be 0 or 5 upon 2. Got it? This was sum number 2. We now move on to sum number 3. Sum number 3 is 6 plus x is equals to x square. Now you can see that this is not in the form of x square plus x plus c. So we need to first convert it into that form. So let's bring everything on this side. So we'll have 0 is equals to x square minus x minus 6. So now we have the sum is equals to minus x and the product is equals to minus 6x square. What are the factors of 6? 1 and 6. Second is 2 and 3. 2 and 3 will give me minus 1. So the numbers will be minus 3x and plus 2x. You can see this is, I want minus. Because I want minus, the greater number will be minus. And the smaller number will be plus. So accordingly, when I say x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6 is equals to 0. So you can see over here that the addition or subtraction of this should give you this. You check that thing first. Because the moment you take over here plus 3x and minus 2x, you make a mistake. Your all signs will be ulta. Your answer will be, अगर answer 3 आना चाहिए उसके बाद minus 3 आएगा. Answer 2 आना चाहिए तो you get minus 2. So be very careful while putting the signs. Signs always will be dependent on this. The middle term over here is negative, then the biggest number will be negative. If the middle term is positive, then the biggest number will be positive. X minus 3 plus 2, x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x minus 3, x plus 2 is equal to 0. So x minus 3 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 3 or x is equals to minus 2. Understood? So these are the values of x in sum number 3. Got it? You can see it's very easy. Only thing is that you have to take care. That is, you have to be very careful. The only thing is be careful. If you be careful, then you are not making any mistakes in the signs, then the answer is ought to be very easily available. But if you make mistakes, silly mistakes, quite probable that you make silly mistakes in putting the signs. So always, once you use this, but make this equation, check up that answer to this is giving you this thing or not. Okay? We move on to the fourth one, that is 3x squared is equals to 2x plus 8. Again you can see that is not in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. So you bring it to that particular form, that bring everything here, so this becomes 0. So it is 3x squared minus 2x minus 8 is equals to 0. So the sum what I want is equals to minus 2x, and the product what I want is 8 3s are 24, so minus 24x squared. So again 24 is what I want, and the difference I want is 2. So 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. 4 and 6. Difference is 2. That is what I want. So what will be the numbers? Again, what is the number I want? Negative. So bigger will be negative, smaller will be positive. Write the equation 3x squared minus 6x plus 4x minus 8 is equals to 0. Taking 3x common, you get x minus 2. Taking 4 common, you get x minus 2 is equals to 0. So that gives me x minus 2, 3x plus 4 is equals to 0. So x minus 2 is equals to 0, or 3x plus 4 is equals to 0. We get here x is equals to 2, or 3x is equals to minus 4, and x is equals to minus 4 upon 3. So the answer is either x is equals to 2 or x is equals to minus 4 upon 3. Understood? Any doubts over here? Right? Come. So this was sum number 4. We now move on to sum number 5. Sum number 5. X 2x plus 25 is equals to, x 2x plus 5 is equals to 25. Okay. Now again, it is not in the format, so we need to get it in that format. Means because it is not 0 over here, I cannot take x equal to 25 and 2x plus 5 equal to 25. I cannot do that thing. It is possible to do that way only and only if this would be 0. Because something into 0 will be 0. That's the reason we are having it. Here it is not that way. Here x is equal to 25. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. Here we have to multiply first. So it will be 2x square plus 5x is equal to 25. So it will be 2x square plus 5x minus 25 is equal to 0 will be the required equation. So what we have is the sum is equal to 5x and the product is equal to 25 into 5 is 50, so minus 50x square. So the numbers, we have to split 50 into 2 parts. 50 will be 1 into 50, 2 into 25, 5 into 5. I missed out one thing, that will be, 5 into 10. Right, so this is 5 into 10, which is going to be our numbers. I want it to be plus, so plus 10x minus 5x. So that will be 2x square plus 10x minus 5x plus 25 is equals to 0. 2x common, you get x plus 5, minus 5 common, x plus 5. One sec. Sorry, it is minus here. So it is x plus 5. Minus k is outside, is equals to 0. So you can see, if you are making a mistake, you can automatically come to know. This and this has to come same. So the moment I took a plus sign away, it will become minus. So I came to know that I was a mistake. Minus के पहले मैंने यहाँ पे plus लिखा था. So it was easier to even cross check. So we get x plus 5, 2x minus 5 is equals to 0. So x plus 5 is equals to 0, or 2x minus 5 is equals to 0. So x is equals to minus 5, or x is equals to 5 upon 2. Understood? This was sum number 5. We now move on to sum number 6. It's given as 2x plus 3 into x minus 4 is equals to 6. Now you can see in this sum again, you cannot take 2x plus 3 is equal to 6 and 6 minus 4 is equal to 6, because this is not 0. So what we need to do is multiply these binomials. How do we multiply binomials? First 2x लिखा और ये पूरा लिखा x minus 4, and then plus 3 x minus 4 is equals to 6. This into whole bracket, this into whole bracket. Okay. Now multiply. 2x into x is 2x square. This is minus 8x plus 3x minus 12. Bringing this over here, minus 6 is equals to 0. This gives us 2x square minus 5x minus 18 is equals to 0. So the sum is equals to minus 5x, product is equals to minus 36x square. So the numbers, we have to split 36 into two parts. So we have 36, that is 1 into 36, 2 into 18, 3 into 12, 4 into 9. Yes, 4 into 9. 9 minus 4 is 5. So here I want minus, so minus 9x and plus 4x. So 2x square minus 9x plus 4x minus 18 is equals to 0. Common is x, so x common 2x minus 9 plus 2 is common here, so it will be 2x minus 9 is equals to 0. So that gives me 2x minus 9, x plus 2 is equals to 0. So 2x minus 9 is equals to 0, or x plus 2 is equals to 0. So 2x is equals to 9, or x is equals to minus 2, x is equals to 9 upon 2, or x is equals to minus 2. So these are the answers. Got it? This was sum number 6. We now move to sum number 7. Sum number 7 is 4x square plus 4x plus 1 is equals to 0. Okay, a direct question. We'll require the sum to be as 4x, the product to be as 4x square. So what should be the thing? What should be the numbers? 4, when we split it, it is just 1 and 4 or 2 and 2. Of course 2 and 2 will be working out. So numbers will be 2x and 2x. So this gives you 4x square plus 2x plus 2x plus 1 is equals to 0. So 2x will be common. You get it as 2x plus 1 plus 1 common. Nothing is common, so that's 1. So 2x plus 1 is equals to 0. Understood? Between these two, x was common and 2 was also common. So you get 2x over here. Dividing 4x square divided by 2x will be 2x. and 2x upon 2x will be 1. Here nothing is common, so 1 is common, so 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1, so it is 2x plus 1. Balance is also 2x plus 1 is equals to 0. So 2x plus 1 is equals to 0, or 2x plus 1 is equals to 0. So 2x is equals to minus 1, x is equals to minus 1 upon 2, or same way 2x is equals to minus 1, x is equals to minus 1 upon 2. Therefore there is only one answer, minus 1 upon 2, because both we are getting the same. So many times we have both the factors to be same. In that case it is x is equals to single number, that is minus 1 upon 2. Okay, that was sum number 7, right? We move on to sum number 8. Sum number 8 is 21x square is equals to 4, 2x plus 1. So that gives me 21x square is equals to 8x plus 4. So 21x square minus 8x minus 4 is equals to 0. So I get over here the sum to be as minus 8x, the product to be as minus 84x square. Okay, so we need to split up 84 into two parts. 84, so we can see that it will be 1 and 84, 2 and 42, 4 and 21. Okay, then it will be 6 se jayega, yeah, 6, and it will be 6 ones and then 6 fours 24. Yeah, 14 and 6 is 8. So that's right. We get the numbers as minus 14x plus 6x. Why? Because minus 8 we want. That's why it will be 21x square minus 14x plus 6x minus 4 is equals to 0. Here x is common and 7 is common. So 7x common, 3x minus 2 plus this is 2 common. So it will be 3x minus 2 is equals to 0. So that gives me 3x minus 2 and 7x plus 2 is equals to 0. So 3x minus 2 is equals to 0, or 7x plus 2 is equals to 0. This gives me 3x is equals to 2, or 7x is equals to minus 2, or x is equals to 3 upon 2, or x is equals to minus 2 upon 7. That's the solution of sum number 8. We'll stop here and do the remaining sums in the next video.